It all to our NewsNation political director, Chris Stirewalt, the host of our favorite Sunday show, The Hill Sunday with Chris Stirewalt. What a great name. All right, North Carolina, I think, let's see, I have it on the tablet as 48.3 Harris, 48.6 Trump. That's pretty close in your polling average. What's the key this time around? How do you see North Carolina?
So you hit it right on the head, which is you have a substantial African-American population, and you have a substantial number of affluent suburbanites of every race and ethnicity. So Charlotte has a big, fat metro that has a lot of African-American voters, but it also has lots of voters, not just in Mecklenburg County in the suburbs, but in surrounding counties. Then you look up at Raleigh, and you look at that side of the state, and you look at Durham, and you look at all of that, Research Triangle, North Carolina. There's a lot of affluent voters up there. And the problem for Trump, the problem for Republicans here, is that their old coalition relied on a bunch of those suburban voters to get the job done. And those folks have been trending Democratic.
Let's talk big picture on the race for a few minutes. Back to my tablet. The guy, I don't know if you saw Cuomo's show last night, but the guy, Alan Lichtman, right, the historian, was on, and he has picked Kamala Harris to win. He has these keys that he looks at, and he says 8 of the 13 keys side with Harris. What are the keys? So you can look through all of them, but it's basically, you know, taking the names out of it. And he claims this has never been wrong, going back however many, 40 years, whatever it is, that, you know, the party in power, that if you have these things on your side, you're going to win. And he thinks, I just wonder this time around in this type of a race, we keep saying it's unique and it's different, whether things like this apply. What do you think?
Well, you ever watch a football game or a baseball game and they say, well, this is the first time that a left-handed pitcher of Lithuanian extraction has ever thrown 4 balls in a row.
No, I've never seen a Lithuanian pitcher, but that, be that as it may, your example was perfect up until then.
Everything's true until it isn't.
Yes.
And this race is like races that came before it. It's not like races that came before it. There are things in history that can guide us. We spend a lot of time, you and I are going to spend a lot of time in the next 8 weeks looking at historical numbers in these counties, looking at trends, looking at where the electorate is going and where they're pointing. The idea that you can decode into these keys, there's truth in it, but, you know, get a hunch and bet a bunch. Donald Trump is trailing in this race, but he's not trailing by very much. He certainly could win. What do you give him, a 2 in 5 chance of pulling this thing off again? If he can close as well in 2020 as he did, if he can close as well in 2024 as he did in 2020, when he got 3/4 of the late deciders. The race moved heavily in Trump's favor at the end in 2020. If he does that again, he'll win. If he only does as well as he did in 2016, when he got a little less than half of the late deciders, he'll lose. That remaining 5 or 6% of the electorate will decide this election, and they could still make Donald Trump president again.
It's an interesting dynamic because it gets away from saying, oh, the polls were wrong so much. Maybe some of the polling was up, but it also said there were decisions that were made late. So some of the polls are a snapshot in time, which is kind of an interesting discussion on polling versus when people decide. I want to go to one more poll, though, while we're speaking about polls. Came out from our friends at The Hill. It's on my tablet right now today because it speaks to the Senate, which we're going to have to talk about more in the next few weeks. Florida and Texas, I know the Democrats want to win these, and it's been tough. But if they're really down in Montana, which is Tester's seat, they must like this number, the one, you know, over here in Florida. I mean, Rick Scott's only up 1, Cruz is up 4. But you think Florida, if Florida was that close, that might be a better bet for the Dems than Montana? What do you say?
You know, I get jealous when you use the telestrator. I get very jealous when you use the telestrator. It's unfair, but that's fine. I'll hold my resentments within myself.
Actually, my one skill. I think I brought up the governor's race from like 1982 by accident last time, but carry on.
Here's the deal. I have coined a term, which is to beto. And to beto is when you convince your party to pour $100 million down a rat hole. Beto O'Rourke very famously got Democrats' hopes real big in Texas, and we're going to do it, and then he lost.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more
of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.